Hey YouTube, this is the Art of Prepping. Just want to go over map making, in particular the key and ledge making on your map, so you have various types of points of reference. FSO Fishing Survival Outdoors kind of gave me this idea, actually. Not that I haven't already done map making or key or ledge making. I just never did a video on it. I just kind of thought that that was actually a really good idea to expand on his idea to talk about maps. So thank you for that. So this is kind of like one of my ledges that I make. Of course, this is usually in my head. I don't actually write it out on my maps because I already know what they mean. But just for your information, this is kind of like what I kind of look at and think about. So here's some right here. S equals starting point, E equals ending point, W equals water, but typically I go a little more specific with WS means stream, WP is pond, WL is lake, and so forth. As you can see, river, coast, inlet. Bridge, I kind of do this hourglass, or I put a letter B next to it to say that there's a bridge. T for trees, a little building next to the walkway. On my map, the little walkway for the permanent shelter, a little step area for elevation, a plus sign or a cross for first aid, sheer drop-offs, sinkholes, loose rocks, ice, hot areas, cold areas, initial rescue, areas that would be the most ideal, makeshift shelter areas that would be ideal, edible plants, hunting spots, and X marks the spot. So let's look at a map. Here's a map, for example. I always start, as you can see, with the S right here. And I always put, a reference point off my compass. And you can use a ranger bead or a pedometer, or you can just count your steps, however you want to do it. And so what I do, for example, from my starting point to the main next landmark that's, recognizable, I put a distance. Like this one is 400 paces. You could put a line and another line and say, okay, in between those two dash lines, there it is. And so you wouldn't have to just rely on landmarks. But once again, landmarks is really a better way, in my opinion, to kind of put your distances. So there's you can see there's a stream. There's a WS stands for stream. There's a little bridge right there. There's a T for tree, edibles right there, and more trees, sinkholes. And you can see the map. Just has full of those symbols and those ledge, key marks there to identify the map. So there's the ending point, and then we circle back over here. There's another pond, trees. Over the bridge we go, and back to where we started. So hopefully this was just an example that was useful to you. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you soon.